everyone. Thank you so much for joining me for another Pilates workout today. I'm really excited to move my body. Today's workout, we're going to go for a bit of a mobility, lots of abs and leg and glute strengthening exercises. There will be no props, but I am going to use a towel just for a bit of comfort underneath my neck, so optional. Have that one on standby if you need it. Maybe about 25 minutes, seeing how we feel in our bodies as we move through. Let's begin. Wait, firstly, if you haven't yet subscribed, please help me out by hitting that subscribe button. This really helps me to be able to continue to provide these workouts. So it means so much to me. I'm nearly at my 2,000 sub mark. I would love to get there really soon. Share it with a friend or family member also helps. And giving the video a like if you liked it after you complete the workout, or just press it now. Okay, let's go into a seated position, cross-legged. I'm gonna sit nice and tall here, bringing those arms into genie position, rolling the shoulders back, rib cage is in, and we're just lifting out through the crown of our head, like we're a puppet and we're getting pulled tall. So keep that positioning through the spine here as we exhale and twist to one side here, and then return back to center. So other side, it's an exhale as we rotate, and elbows are in line with those shoulders if you can. So exhaling, swiveling ribs around the rib cage, ribs around your spine, and then back to center. The pelvis is just in that neutral position here, so no arching through that lower back. Both hip bones are level, so those sit bones are grounding into the ground. Really nice, just warming gently into your spine. You're gonna feel amazing after this workout. We're going for another 15 seconds here. Keep relaxed through the neck and chin slightly poking in here as well. We're going for another 10. Really good. Come back to center. Release those arms down by your side for our mermaid. Take a big reach up with your left hand. Right hand's onto the floor, just a little bit away from you. Take a reach up first and then a slight lean over. Pressing away through that right hand back to neutral. Other side, right hand reaches up. And we're trying to grab something that's away from us. Maybe it's some candy dangling just there. Let's go for it. Reach up and over. And again. As we move through this, seeing if you can reach a little bit further here now. So really stretching out through that side waistline and that lateral bending through that spine here, which feels so delicious. It's morning here in Australia, so just warming up nice and slowly. See if you can reach a little bit further on your next one. Perhaps you can come down onto that right elbow, keeping those ribs melting in. Belly button pulling back to the spine. Let's go one more here. Really nice. Coming back through to center. Feet are flat, knees up towards the ceiling for our C-curve cat-cows. Hands wrap underneath those thighs. Here we sit tall to begin with on those sit bones. And from here, we're gonna roll down as if someone's punching you through the belly. We're scooping the belly out. And shoulders are relaxed down and back, just a little bit halfway down, and then rolling back. As we sit though, we're gonna arch through your spine slightly. So extension through that upper back, and then rounding through the spine to find our flexed spine here. Chin to chest, elbows are wide, and we can just roll through in your own time. Always think about the belly button scooping in and up towards the sternum here. Gently awakening those abdominals. Good, make it a little bit more fluid here as we start to warm up. Inhale to lift up out of the pelvis. Exhale, sinking, rolling off those sit bones. Let's go for another 15 seconds. Speeding it up if that feels good in your body. We're gonna get these abs really switched on in another 8. In 4, 3, 2, rolling back. Prop yourself up onto your elbows, and we're gonna lift up out of those shoulders here. So the shoulders are stabilizing us. A little bit of ab work, as I said. This is for our tabletops. So using your exhale, scoop the belly in, float one leg to tabletop, which is that knee hovering over the hip. Stay there with that leg. Take another exhale, bring the other leg up to tabletop, hold and pause. Big inhale, then exhale, lower one foot down, followed by the other. Let's go again. Exhale, inhale, and float it back down. That same feeling as being punched in the belly, nice and kindly punched in the belly. And we've got that scoop of that belly button in and up. Good, you can fully let go of those abs here. And then we switch it on before we take those legs to tabletop. I'm starting to feel a little wrap in through that waist and hitting those lower abdominals. We're here for another 15 seconds in this variation. We've got a couple of variations in this position, keeping the back of the neck long so the eye gaze is looking forward, and again, rolling those shoulders back for me. This looks good. Well, I hope it looks good on you, in your body. We're going for another 5. Keeping those legs in tabletop in 3, 2, and 1. Legs in tabletop. Just your toe taps now, one at a time. Lowering one foot down, and then breathe out, return it back to tabletop. So this time we take an inhale as we tap the toe away from you, and then draw it back up. Now this exercise, when done correctly, is such a killer. So I want you to imagine that you're keeping that, well, you're not gonna imagine, you're gonna do it, keeping that 90-degree flexed knee, and we are hinging at those hips here. So I'm just opening that space up through the hip as I toe tap away, not flexing through the knee any closer. So I'm not leading with the foot. I'm really thinking about taking that thigh bone away from me. The further you do tap out with the foot though, you can challenge the core a little bit deeper. So find what works for you. Keep that belly button scooping in and out. We're here for another 20 seconds. So this time the abdominals are switched on the whole time, and then an extra engagement through that core as you bring both legs to tabletop. So if you need to rest, reset, please listen to your body. Guys, we're going for another 10 seconds here. Keep those collarbones shining wide. We're here for another 8, keeping those legs in tabletop in 5, 4, 3, 2, return those legs to tabletop. Squeeze those knees and feet together for our windscreen wipers. Letting those knees drift off to one side and return them back through center. Take it to the other side. So one hip is lifting off the mat here. And you're only going to go as far as you can to be able to control through those abs to sweep those knees back into midline. So we prepped our body in that first setup of those genie arm rotations. So now just unlocking that lower spine a little bit more, continuing that mobility. But boy, does this get those abs firing. If you would like a little bit more here, you think you can challenge yourself a little bit further, let's take those knees away, hold, extend the outer leg, keep it extended as we bring it back into midline. And other side. So it's the outer leg today. We're gonna squeeze those knees in to bring it back to midline. Good, 30 seconds more. Keep feeling that deep ab work. You're nearly there. Nice, 15 seconds remaining. Woo, feeling that deep burn. So good, everyone. 10 seconds. Meet me with those legs back in tabletop in 5, 4, 3, 2, back in tabletop for 1. Let's finish here, extending one leg away from you, squeezing that kneecap up into your quad. point and reach out through the toe, and we're alternating, of course. And again, the lower you take your leg towards the floor, the more challenged through that core it is for you. So if you want to aim a little bit higher to keep that scoop of the belly, that rounded lower spine, you're there. Really good. Okay, I'm thinking about pulling my thigh bone into the socket. Sometimes we can have a little bit of a clicky hip. Well, not everyone, but occasionally I'll get this clicky hip, and it's happening today when I think about using those deep hip flexors here, and think about drawing that knee into the hip. That really helps. So if that's you, there's a good cue for you. Woo, feeling those abs. Let's speed it up for the last 20 seconds here. Maybe we're just alternating here to make it more challenging. Please take it at your own pace. Keep safe through these workouts. Let's go for 15 seconds. Pressing through those forearms, let's go. You've got 10, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Whew, we're gonna roll all the way down, and if you are using a pillow or a rolled up towel, place that on the ground. We're gonna release our lower back with some spinal twists here, our book openers. So our knees are stacked together and feet together, reaching both arms out so they are long. Just prop your head up onto that pillow here. Okay, good. So hips are stacked, shoulders are stacked. Take a deep breath in. On your exhale, reaching that arm up and over, keeping the hips stacked for now. Reach that arm all the way back behind you. Feel that deep stretch through the low spine. Good. From here, rolling onto your feet. So your knees come up to the sky, and we're gonna roll straight on to the other side, bringing that right hand up and over. So I'm just gonna give myself a little bit more room. Okay, so you're gonna do the same thing. Exhaling, really opening up through that chest. Taking your eye gaze to the hands. Pause there for a second as you inhale. Then exhale, feet come flat, rolling onto the hips. So you're gonna make get yourself a bit of space here if you've got it. And my pillow really isn't coming with me, that's okay. I'm gonna take those arms over. So good. So mobility, working our spine in that end range. Through rotation. Good. So I love to pause here, have the hips stacked, and as if someone's kind of gently pushing down onto those ribs away in the opposite direction. So you've got that opposing twist here happening. Really good. Let's go for another 20 seconds. Good. Okay, just one more on each side. Feeling so good. What a way to start the morning. And bringing those legs back to tabletop. We'll take a hold behind your knees, chin to chest, and see if you can roll all the way up, keeping those feet flat onto the ground, maybe a little bit of a lean up if you need it. Well done, guys. All right, we're gonna come into our leg and glute work now. So a bit of functional movements. We're gonna begin in a squat position. So our feet are just a little bit wider than those hips. If you want to bring dumbbells with you, you can, but I've just kept this low equipment so that you can just focus on the legs here. We're going to come down. I'll show you. We'll come down into your squat. Take a step out with the right foot just laterally. Bring it back in underneath your hip and then stand. I'm going to stay with that same foot. So the right foot stepping out and in, and we stand up. Squeeze the glutes at the top. So coming down, out, in, and stand. Good. So my hips are back in a ski slope position here. Good, getting that heart rate up a little bit here as well. I love this standing work, or any standing work. Can really translate into your everyday life. So strengthening in positions that you're used to. All right, guys, let's start to get that heart rate up by going a little bit quicker. If you can, keep that form. We're out and in and pressing up. Let's go another 20 seconds. Ooh, and we're going for 8. Feeling those quads, those hamstrings and glutes. Say good morning. We're going for another 4, 3, 2. Give me one more. Standing all the way up, lateral lunge. So this time taking a wider stance out, bring the hips with you over that right heel. So drop the hips back. Coming back up through center, taking it down and out, back to center. Good, shortly we will add on. Get this going, really pushing and driving through that heel to stand. Your next optional layer, as you come back in, drive up with that leg in tabletop, take it back down. Do whatever arms work for you. I like to add a running arm in here and then a prayer in that lateral lunge. Good. We're going to add one more layer in. After this tabletop, we're taking our legs back into a 90, so big step back, drop the back knee down to the floor, standing through that front left. Taking it out, up to balance, straight back into your 90, back to center. If you're just here today and going out and in, amazing. You've showed up, you're working within your range. I'm really proud of you. And then you've got that option. If you're feeling a little bit fiercer today, oh, you can hear my heart rate creeping up. Good, really connecting into that breath. We're going for 20 seconds. Amazing, guys. 10 seconds time. Meet me in that lateral lunge out to the side. In 5, 4, 3, 2, take it out. It's pulses in that bottom range. I'm sending my hips back and back. Ribs, abs on. Staying low, feeling that leg. We're here for another 10. Meet me in that 90-90 to finish it off. In 5, 4, 3, I'm like praying this is almost over. 2, and 1. Straight into that 90, let's get it done. We're back, spine is upright. Down and up, working both legs equally here. Definitely feeling that quad, that's good. Drive up through this left glute. Maybe those arms are going overhead if you have it. Guys, we're gonna slow it down after this. Keep this form, keep this intensity for 10. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Standing all the way up. Oh, shake off those legs. Arms down by your side. Just taking a little roll down. And a roll up in your own time. Grab a drink if you need it. I certainly do. Keep rolling down and up if you want to keep moving, and don't do that. We'll take one more together. Head is heavy, arms dangling down. And then rolling up. vertebrae by vertebrae. Big inhale, reach those arms up. Interlace those hands up over your head. Breath into those side of your rib cages. Exhale, let it all go. Straight into your squat on the other side. It's a lateral step out. We come in and stand. Good, guys. We're gonna even up the other side. So I'm staying low as I step out, and then I don't stand until I've completed that one out and in. Really good. You've got the chest shining forward, collarbones opening. Give me 20 seconds. Take it to that lateral lunge after this. So good. Got 10 seconds. Staying down. Sorry, we're going to stand up. Lateral lunge in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. This time a wider step out. To find that lateral, you're back in through the center. So just this variation to start with. Sending those hips over to the left, tapping in lightly through the center. Good, adding in that tabletop, runner's arms. Good, really pushing up away from that foot as we stand. Getting power, that drive through to the middle. Shortly, in 10 seconds, gonna add on 90-90 lunge, coming up. All right, let's go for it. Taking a big step back with that left foot. Find your 90, drop it down. Your spine is tall like a ruler, so nice and upright. We go out through the middle. We'll find your balance and we're down. Remember, if you want to keep your foot on the floor, you can. Meet in the middle, then step back. Slow it down, choose those layers that suit you. Leave what doesn't. Let's work just as strong as we did on the other side here. Whether that was through intensity or adding in those bonus layers. Keep it even. Oh, you can hear me working really hard today. Oh, I'm extra puffy. You've got 20 seconds. We're nearly through with this leg sequence, team. Let's go nice and strong. 10 seconds. I'm gonna go into those pulses to finish it off. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take it out wide. You're in that lateral lunge. Bending and lifting up a few inches, then down through the left leg. Hips are back. Ribs are in. Excuse me. 90-90 in 3, 2, and 1. Take it down. Pulsing at the bottom. My spilt water looks like I am drenching with sweat and dripping it all over the place. False alarm, although I'm pretty warm. Stay low for 3, 2, and 1. Well done. We're going to finish up laying on the ground for a bit of back postural work and side obliques. So just however you can get down to the floor. Okay. I'm struggling today, my goodness. Gonna look forward to this, we're gonna slow it down. I'm popping this towel underneath my left hip. So everyone lay down onto your left side. Option, towel underneath that left hip. If you need it. Sometimes the bone can dig into the floor, it's uncomfortable. Keeping the legs squeezing together. Arm is extended out underneath you, so it's like a pillow here. Hand is in front, but lightly tapping the floor. Roll the shoulders back, belly button scoops back towards your spine here to hug and support the spine. Breath in and exhale, lifting both legs up off your mat here and lower. So breathing out. Got the hips stacked. Trying to squeeze in through your right waist, so the waist that's up the top. Good work. If you're feeling okay here, we're gonna hold it up and scissor the leg forward and back, and then snap them together, then lower. So option, we lift, taking the legs apart, scissoring back through to the middle, and then lower. Good. As we move the legs, trying to keep the hips as still as you can, and just the legs are moving. So challenging our rotary stability, trying not to rotate. Really nice, I am feeling it. Hopefully you are too. Moving with purpose on each one here. Good, 20 seconds remaining. Keep reaching out through the toes, so as if I'm at the end of your mat and I'm pulling your legs away from your head. So good, 10 seconds. Gonna keep those legs high to finish. In 3, 2, go ahead and lift those legs up. Option to lift the head or reach the arm towards the feet. Lengthening the fingertips, feeling that space close between the rib and that top hip. Belly button pulling back to your spine. We're here for 5, 4, 3, lift a little higher, 2, and 1. Well done. Laying on your bellies here for our back work. I'm going to use that towel underneath the forehead, which is a nice addition. Okay. Arms are lengthening down by your side, palms facing up, pressing the pubic bone into your mat, gently squeezing those glutes, abs drawing up away from your mat. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, slide those shoulder blades together and slide them down your back as you float the arms a few inches off your floor, and then release. So we initiate that movement through your shoulder blades. Keep your head resting down and floating those arms off. Good. So pinch the shoulders, float those arms, reach those fingertips, and release. Good. We've got your chin pulling up into your head, almost like you're giving yourself a double chin here. If this is feeling okay, we're going to take the head and float it off your towel or off your mat. So squeeze the shoulders, float the head just an inch off, reaching those arms long, and release. Double chin as we hover. I'm lengthening out through the crown of the head, and release. In 10 seconds, hold your hover. We'll be adding on with big circles through the arms. Hold it up in 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold the next one. Can we sweep those arms, biceps to ears, arms overhead, sweep it back to your hips, and then lower. So we lift up on 1, sweeping forward with those fingertips on 2, back on 3, and then lower. Gliding those shoulders, shoulder blades around your shoulder. So biceps to ears, hands away, and then lower. 20 seconds. Strengthening through your back here for another 15 seconds. Really tuning into those back muscles. Are they the muscles that are lifting you up? That's what we want. And those deep neck flexors. We're holding it up in another 10 seconds. We're gonna swim to finish. Arms overhead in 5, 4, 3, 2. Arms overhead, lift the thighs off the floor. Opposite arm to leg, abs drawing in. We've got 20 seconds here. Squeeze, beat those arms, beat those legs. Chin is in. You've got this. 10 seconds remaining. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hands press, rounding back into a child's pose for a second. All right, we've got the other side for those double leg lifts. So you'll be on your right side this time. Legs are together, hips stacked. Wait, this is going underneath my hip. Option if you want to use it. You're using your arm for the pillow. So hands, or top hand here, fingertips lightly tapping your mat, drawing that belly button back to spine and lifting those legs. So same thing as we did on the other side. Breathing out to lift the legs. Inhale to lower. Couple more and then we can add on with the scissors if you're choosing that option. Your abs are assisting you to keep you still and stacked. Wobbles are expected though. That's okay. Let's hold those feet up, legs up in 3, in 2, adding in your scissors in 1. So stay, taking the feet away in a scissor, snap them back through the middle and then lower. So it's just lifting up. Same thing. Good, well done guys. We're gonna complete this one and then one last quick finisher and then your Pilates class will be all complete. Let's stay focused right to the end. We're doing so well. Starting to feel that left side waist cinching in. Amazing. You've got 20 seconds. Reaching the feet away from you again, trying to pull those legs. That really helps to feel that length through their waist. 10 seconds time. We find that hold at the top in 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Go ahead and lift those feet. If you can, lifting the head, reaching through the top arm, whoop, finding your balance and reach. There's always one side that's way better than the other. We're working on our imbalances here. Reaching for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Let's come up into a quick standing position and just take a reach up and over to stretch out that side waist. Other side. doing one more on each side here. Okay, so let's go. Reach up and over as far as you can. Lengthen that waist that we just worked. Swinging around, and the other side. All right, our last exercise is our plank. We're gonna roll down, walk those hands out, finding your first plank in this class. Stepping the feet back, lifting and puffing that chest up. From here, we take one elbow to the outer knee and return. Knee to outer elbow and return. If this is too challenging in a full plank today, we're gonna take the elbow, so knee to elbow here in a half plank. This is where we're going to finish. You've got 20 seconds. Feeling that side waist once more. Good, I like to take that eye gaze towards the knee and elbow. We're going for 10, 9, this is it. Last 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knees go down and falling back into a child's pose, sinking those hips down. Head lightly pressing into the mat. Breathing into the back of those ribs. Exhaling out through those pursed lips. We'll take 3 breaths together. Big inhale through the nose. Exhale out through those pursed lips. 2 more. Breath in. As you exhale, feel a gentle stretch underneath your armpits. Last inhale. And exhale. Walking those hands in. All right, guys, that is your Pilates class all finished for the day. So thank you so much for turning up to treating your body through some mobility, some abs. We got the cardio in, we got the legs, and some back postural work. If you enjoyed it, please, as I said, hit that like button. That really helps to show my channel more. And yeah, I look forward to working out with you again really soon. See you guys.